Saab Jaan. Another special friend in Bhagavan's life was Saab Jaan, a Muslim classmate. I had the opportunity to meet him and get a direct experience of his devotion to the Master. He lived in Nayanmar, where my brother Sundaram was working. I was thrilled to receive a message one day from Sundaram that said, "My co-worker says that his father was with Bhagavan." I immediately left for Nayanmar. Saab Jaan studied with Bhagavan from the 4th grade to the 6th grade and also played football with him. He was now 90 years old and blind. However, the day when I was to go to his house, he told his son, "My classmate Venkataraman is coming today. He is coming to see me." When I greeted him, he called me Venkataraman, even though his son repeatedly corrected him, saying, "This is Ganesan, father. This is Ganesan." "Yes, Venkataraman has come." Saab Jaan continued this way. He touched me, embraced me, made me sit next to him, and tearfully said, "This is how my friend Venkataraman allowed me to touch him, make me sit next to him, and feed me. He has come to take me, to bless me. My friend is a true friend." After prostrating to him, I requested him to tell about his precious classmate. A floodgate of memories opened. He said, "Venkataraman was very learned in Tamil and stood first in the class. He was particularly well versed in aphorisms of Tamil grammar. Our Tamil pundit, Jaan Balakrishna, was very fond of him. He was not very good in English. In other subjects, he was above average. In general, he was not much interested in his school books. He was very fond of playing games, particularly football. Even as a student, he was very religious and would go round the Lord Subramania temple at the Turaparkunam with fervent religious ecstasy. He used to take me with him several times and make me go round the temple saying, "God's creation is alike. God is the same. The apparent differences in gods are created by men." Because of such a universal outlook implanted in me by him in those days, I could become an ardent devotee of Lord Varadaraja Perumal of Kanchipuram. When Venkataraman disappeared, it was a shock to me that he did not tell me about running away from his home. Later, I enlisted in the police department. In 1903, in one of the shops at Uttaramurur, I was surprised to see a portrait of Venkataraman, but completely different in appearance. I was anxious to know how the shopkeeper happened to possess the photo. I was told that it was the photo of one Ramana Swami living in Tiruvannamalai, and that the Swami was in silence then. I was eager to meet my old friend and went to his abode. He was pleased to receive me, although he did not speak. He simply nodded his head with a radiant smile. I was thrilled to meet my classmate, who was all the more beautiful and resplendent with a mark of saintliness. Again, I went to him at the present ashram when I was the inspector of police at Tirupattur. At that time, I was very sad, as my father had just passed away. Sri Ramana showed me his mother's tomb, which consoled me. I understood from his action that death was inevitable as far as the body was concerned. After that, I went to see him many times, and on all occasions he gave me special attention and introduced me to whoever was present. He used to make me sit by his side while taking food in the dining hall, which I later came to know was quite unusual for him. From being his friend, I was transformed into being his devotee. The inward change brought about by him is the greatest boon he has showered on me. He manifested his greatness once through a dream in which he showed signs of my wife passing away, and in a mysterious way consoled me and prepared me for the shocking incident, because it took place very soon and my wife passed away as predicted. But by the grace of Sri Maharshi, it did not affect me very much. I was touched by his love and devotion for Bhagavan. I spoke to him only a little, but after I left, he told his son, "My Venkataraman is a true friend. He has come to bid me goodbye." 2 days later, he passed away.